I made a conscious choice to leave the relationship because I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. Enough. So then I used my free will to no longer keep myself in that mental and emotional bondage in that relationship, having that kind of mindset that I had. I moved towards freedom because I realized that, hey, I can leave. I took part in the creation of this situation by staying. And then now I'm taking part in the creation of leaving. I could have left the whole time, but I didn't. Now, in the workbook has a chapter on reinterpreting your past. That is in chapter 15. So, in the workbook, Reinterpreting Your Past, there is a place for you to come up with whatever the situation is that you need to reinterpret. So, whatever past, whatever issue you have that is holding you back from being all that you can be, because anytime that situation comes up for you, then it causes you to feel some type of distress. There's a place in here for you to write down the situation that you feel bad about and then work on developing your own productive reinterpretation of that situation. And once you come up with your own productive reinterpretation of that situation, it's important for you to read that over and over and over again so that anytime that stinking thinking comes into your head about whatever was going on with that situation, you can tell yourself the new reinterpretation. So now it might seem like what I said is not going to help you to be a positive person, but think about how if you got a bunch of unresolved issues, if your brain is programmed for negativity, if your brain is programmed with a whole bunch of unresolved issues, a whole bunch of hurts from your past, you're going to definitely bring that negativity into your current relationship. You're going to project your negativity onto the person that's right in front of you. I'm reminded of a quote right now, and I don't even know whose quote it is, but it said, never bleed on a person who didn't cut you. Something to that effect. So now you won't be able to be a positive person in the relationship that you're in right now, whether you're a woman or a man, if you are dealing with a whole bunch of unresolved issues, because those unresolved issues have a way of making it into your current life. So if you want to be a positive person in a relationship, a positive woman, a positive man, it's going to be so important for you to work on reprogramming your brain. Now, you want to identify the parts that are not working, because we all have some aspects of our programs that do work well and that are taking us where we want to go. But whatever areas you need to work on is going to be important for you to work on them, because nobody is going to wave a magic wand and then, voila, those negative, unproductive belief systems and behaviors are going to disappear. It doesn't happen like that. You actually have to work on rewiring your brain. And I strongly recommend, because I got the template right here in the book, I Rewired My Brain, My Journey to Freedom, has a lot of strategies and tools in there in addition to my backstory to teach you how I rewired my brain, because the same strategies that are in the book, I did them as well. And then here's the workbook, which will help you. It's a template to help you to be able to rewire your brain, where you do the exercises in here, and then you got to use repetition, because repetition is the key anytime you want long-term change, because we actually have nerves in our brain called neurons. And when they fire together on a regular basis, meaning when we do the same things over and over again, or think about the same thing from the same perspective over and over again, those neurons fire together and then they end up wiring together. And once they wire together, then that's when we have our habit. So if you're doing the same thing over and over again, or thinking in the same kind of way over and over and over again, they're firing together. And once they wire together, then that's your habit. 95% of the time, we're walking around on automatic pilot. Don't you want those programs to be yours? Don't you want that automatic pilot to take you where you want to go? Well, if you do, it's going to be important that you rewire your brain, because how your life is looking right now is based upon the programs that you currently have in there. And to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is insanity. So don't do it. I encourage you to get started today. You can be a positive person. You could be a positive woman, a positive man in a relationship. Remember that you got to have the intention on just being a positive person, period. You can't do it for the other person. You got to do it for yourself, so that even when that other person isn't behaving in a way that you want them to behave, you still stay on your positive path and you continue to work on yourself over and over and over again. None of us are perfect. All we can do is just keep bettering our best until we get to a point to where we feel good about ourselves when we look in the mirror. So get started today working on rewiring your brain so that you can be the best partner that you can be in a relationship, so that you can be that positive man or that positive woman in a relationship. And when you look in the mirror, you're going to feel good about yourself, because when you got that positive relationship with other people, you're going to also have that positive relationship with yourself, which is where it first starts. Thank you for listening. And if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe so that you can be aware of all of the other videos that I post on how to become the highest version of yourself. Thank you for listening.